So far, the 2022 NBA Finals has been bipolar. In Game 1, the Celtics outclassed the Warriors, winning 120-108. In Game 2, the Warriors bounced back and evened up the series, winning 107-88. With the series tied up and Jason Tatum still struggling, heading into Game 3, the momentum is in Golden State's favor. But let's take a look on how we got here. In Game 1, Jason Tatum clearly struggled, only scoring 12 points and shooting 3 for 17 from the field. But he made up for it by dishing out 37% of all made shots while on the court, picking up 13 assists with only 2 turnovers. Regardless of Jason Tatum's struggles, his teammates made up for that by shooting 40 for 68 and also making 21 threes, which is the most ever in the finals and the second most in the playoffs. Additionally, the Celtics shot at an efficient rate. The Celtics had 5 players shooting an effective field goal percentage of 75% or above. Al Horford shot 100%, Robert Williams shot 100%, Peyton Pritchard also shot 100%, Marcus Smart with 81%, and Derek White with 77%. On the other side, the Warriors couldn't match this efficiency, only having 2 players with an effective field goal of 75% or above. Otto Porter shooting 120% and Andre Iguodala shooting 87%. Along a substantial efficiency and a historic barrage of 3-pointers, Boston's cutthroat defense was a nail in the coffin. Boston contested 42% of all Golden State shots, and the Warriors only contested 24% of Boston's shots. Furthermore, when open, Boston converted at a higher rate, making 51% of all open shots, whereas the Warriors only made 44% of their open shots. This is a large disparity when considering the Celtics had more open shots than the Warriors. Although Jason Tatum struggled on offense, he made up for it on defense, holding all matchups to a combined 10 points on 3 for 10 shooting and 2 for 7 from 3. But the biggest problem for the Celtics was containing Curry. With his amazing 21-point first quarter, it was evident that it would be a challenging task, but his production dwindled down throughout the game due to defensive schematics drawn up to slow him down. A good example of this was the matchup of Derek White on Curry. While guarding Curry, he held him to 2 for 6 shooting. Then, when Robert Williams switched on to Curry in a pick and roll, he held him to 2 for 7 shooting, as well as 1 for 3 from 3. Game 1 was a tale of amazing defense played by the Boston Celtics as well as efficient offense. However, in Game 2, the main takeaway was the Warriors' defensive efforts. They forced 15 turnovers, which resulted in additional possessions where they scored 22 points from. Draymond Green and Steph Curry were the clear leaders in Game 2. Draymond held his matchups to 10 points on 3 for 14 shooting and 1 for 3 from 3, as well as forcing 2 turnovers and blocking the shot. Curry had an even better game defensively, holding his matchups to 9 points on 3 for 11 shooting and 1 for 5 from 3, as well as collecting 3 steals. Specifically, Draymond Green locked Al Horford up. Al Horford's success in Game 1 was not seen in Game 2, where Draymond Green logged the most minutes guarding him and held him scoreless. And Al Horford scored his only 2 points against Klay Thompson. Looking at Curry, he held Marcus Smart scoreless as well as forcing 2 turnovers. Overall, in Game 2, the Celtics played poor defense while the Warriors had quality defense. On offense, the Warriors picked up their efficiency from Game 1, shooting an effective field goal percentage above 54%, with the Celtics shooting 46%. In contrast to Game 1, the Warriors had 6 players record an effective field goal percentage above 50%, whereas the Celtics had none. Disregarding the fourth quarter where the outcome of the game was made clear and both teams emptied out their bench, throughout the first 3 quarters, the Celtics shot a horrendous 9 for 34 from the field, and their only highlight was a 12 for 27 shooting from 3. Game 2 was similar to Game 1, except the roles were reversed. This time the Warriors came out with an efficient offense and a cutthroat defense, and the Celtics had none of those. Overall, with the series tied, I still believe it will be a close series with the Warriors closing it out in 6. However, if the Warriors carry on their momentum into Game 3 and take a 2-1 lead, the Celtics will really have their backs against the wall. But hey, that's just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments, and be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed.